Thing is this, we pray in church, Lord, send me a good man. But then when he does, you can't deal with him, you can't handle him, because he's not going to do everything you say do. You want, do this. This is the way we do this. And this is the way we, well, I'm not doing that. Now, you got a problem with him, because he has an opinion of his own. You really don't want him to have an opinion. What you want him to do is express your opinion in a deeper voice. Did you get that?
I got it.
You don't want his opinion, because his opinion is, anytime he disagrees with you, you're angry with him.
Reaches, man.
Not because he's wrong, but because he's not expressing your opinion. And that's why a lot of them switch over, because they don't get that over there. You know why? Because they're raised in a different culture. They're softer. They talk easier. They don't disagree as much. They let you be a man. They trust your opinions. They're willing to follow you. Where most black women are not willing to follow, they want to lead. Simply because, I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but it's our culture. You look at our families, the majority of what we would call, our families are not so patriarchal. Our family is primarily matriarchal. The person who holds the most power in most black families is Big Mama. Am I right or not?
So the daddy's gone.
Oh, I'm just giving you, I'm just telling you how it is.
Yeah.
Why and all of that and this and that. I'm not saying that the men are not partly to blame for that. I'm just telling you how it is. And you asked me a question, why they do that, and I'm telling you this is why. Yes.
Well, you talked about the black woman, and basically because there was no man around, she had to be strong, and that's where all this comes from. But really, it comes back even farther than that, where you basically, black men, were demasculated in front of us. We were taught that because that's how the families were broken up, and that's how slavery was, working.
Agreed.
So we were taught
To disrespect us.
That's how they split up the family.
So
it comes from way back.
But the thing is, though, when we find a man who is trying to step up and do and be, because of where we come from, we don't know how to let him do that. We don't know how to let him do that. The thing about it, the thing that I'm hoping that I can teach to this child, and what I try to teach to my girls. And my girls are strong-willed, both of them, because their mother is very strong-willed. But they have strong men who don't care if they get mad. I'm telling you, this is what we're going to do. You can get mad if you want to. It's fine. But I know you love me, so you're going to get over it. But you're going to get mad, and I don't care if you get mad. You have to get to the place, because if you stay at a place where you give in just because she gets mad, you're going to always be giving in, you're going to always get away, and things are never going to change. You're never going to get any authority. If you have no authority in your own home, what do you have? If I come here, and I have no authority as pastor, and I have no authority, and you all run this, what good am I? No good. It's the same thing at home. Same thing with a man at home. But, agreed. You all were taught to disrespect us because Master disrespected us. And we were taught by Master that it's okay to leave your family and go, because the minute we get a family and get attached and try to build a family unit, he split us up and send us off somewhere else.
Right.
And we're told that that's okay. So there's a culture of running. There's a culture of
Disrespect.
what did you say?
Disrespect.
Yeah. That has to be repaired, that has to be dealt with, that has to be nurtured, But we both have to realize that both of us have a part to play in this. You all got to back off a little, and we need to step up a little.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
But most of the time what happens is, when we step up, y'all step to us.
Just throw that
That's when you should bring the manhood out, stay up in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you, and he should. But what I'm saying to you is, it's not many men who are willing to do. Can I be real honest with you?
Sure.
My wife is real strong-willed. She is. This one right here. Because she come from a family of strong-willed women. And she gets mad with me when I don't let her have her way. I mean, swole mad. And when we first got married, I give in to her so she wouldn't be mad.
Right.
But I realized if I keep doing that, then guess what's going to happen? It's going to always be that way. So now she get mad with me and she stomp around and she does what she going to do.
Stomp, sir.
She stomp around and she does what she's going to do. But she calms down after a while after she thinks about what it was that I said, because I know what what I'm trying to tell her is, this is not my first picnic. You know, I know what I'm saying to you. I understand what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Even though you may not think I do, I really do. And I have to applaud Latrice. She's come so far in understanding relationships. Nobody in her family is married. She don't know anything about marriage. They don't get married there. She don't know anything about that. You know, this is her only experience is this. And so I have to, a little at a time, this is what married people do. And this is how it happens. And this is the way we go. And this is what family is about. Introducing other families. Her family was not like our family, like your family, like my family. That's not, they didn't do that. She wasn't experienced, she hadn't experienced all, this was all new. Like culture shock, you know what I'm saying? That I put her into, subjected her to all of that at once. But if I didn't stand my ground, it would have been a mess. For real. You know? Even, so I had to kind of like what God told Jeremiah to do, make his face like flint. And he had to be strong, you know? But all men, some men would rather, the commercial, the smoking commercial say, I'd rather fight than switch. Y'all don't remember that? That's too
I
old.
do.
You remember that?
Yeah.
It was some commercial they had, some cigarettes, and they would rather fight for whatever these cigarettes were than to switch to a different kind.
Oh.
Anyway, so that's what some guys take the mentality, I'd rather switch than fight.
Because the grass might
But
be green.
what they don't realize is what they have is a good thing. It's a diamond in the rough. But what it is, it's just rough. And you know, but listen, the only thing is, he has to see the good in you, even when you ain't acting good.
Right.
Because y'all cut up. And I'm not saying men don't. But sisters cut up. And they especially with this. I mean, and you can't slice me but so many times. You know what I'm saying? You get the cutting and get the cutting and get the cutting and slicing and blah, 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 blah. So we have to come to an understanding. The understanding is this. Not going to always agree with what I had to say. But the bottom line is that God made me the head.
Well, be the head.
Okay, but the bottom line. Wait, Miss Rita, wait a minute. You see what this is where we at right now? You asked me the question. You gonna let me answer? Oh what? This is exactly what I'm talking about. And you wanna know why they switch? Because y'all won't be quiet long enough to let him speak his piece. That's all I'm saying. I'll give you ample time to talk when I'm done. This is what I try to explain to her. There have to be, even in arguments, there have to be rules to arguing. There are certain things you just don't say. I don't care how mad you get, certain places you just don't go. You don't say stuff just to hurt people's feelings and cut them up and slice them up, leave them bleeding and all that. I don't care how mad you get. Your love for me got to be stronger than your anger for me.
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Your love for me has to be stronger than you being upset about whatever it is that I did. You can't say anything and everything to me. You can't do that. You can't. And I can't do that to you.
Right.
You follow me, what I'm saying to you? If I know you have some stuff in your past and whatever, and that stuff really hurts you, and the first thing we start arguing, I bring that stuff up, I'm wrong.
Right.
That's illegal. Violation. You can't do that. Okay. All couples gonna have disagreements. That's inevitable because we're two different people. But the reality of it is, I have to be allowed to express my opinion uninterrupted, and then I sit and I let you express your opinion uninterrupted. And if we still don't agree, see, because what you don't understand is this, is that once a king becomes king, everything that's in his kingdom is subject to him. When you marry a man, he becomes your king. And everything that you have is subject to him. There's nothing that you have that's, nothing that you have that's off limits, and vice versa. You understand what I'm saying to you? Everything you have is subject to him, including your opinions. So if y'all are at a standoff about what to do, about X, Y, Z, first of all, if we're Christian folks, we're going to go in prayer, we're going to pray about it, blah, blah, whatever. Okay? If we still don't agree, then unfortunately, somebody's going to have to make a decision. And that's why God established one head. Because I told y'all that story before about the snake in the fence, in the field. The field caught on fire. One snake had 7 heads and 1 tail. The other snake had 1 head and 7 tails.
Right.
The snake that had 7 heads and 1 tail burned up in the fire because none of the heads could decide which hole to go through. The snake that had 1 head and 7 tails picked one hole, went through, the other 7 tails followed. Follow what I'm saying? I know it's hard, and I'm not even sitting here trying to perpetrate that it's easy.
Right.
Because of our culture and because of the way we're raised. Now you look at your family. You got a family of beautiful, strong women. But y'all some opinionated sisters. And I don't have to hang around you a whole lot to know that. And y'all gonna speak your mind and you're gonna stand your ground. And if you find a man, and look at y'all ain't had no problem finding no man, but you have a problem finding one who can deal with you. Now that's the truth. Don't get mad with me.
Oh, I am mad.
It's the truth though.
No, I.
Because of your history. And that's all it is, because of your culture. Beautiful women. Oh, any man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have no issue with that. With attracting them. That's not the issue. Lady, your daughter, the other daughter too, you know, y'all don't have no problem. They come like flies to honey. That's not the issue. The issue is them dealing once they get there. Because they got to deal with
Look at brother like.
It's the same thing with her. Her and her mama and her aunt would have ran me out of town a long time ago. They mad with me. They get mad with me. They do. The aunt, they get mad and stuff. They do. They get upset with me because and I tell them straight up, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be right here. You gonna have to deal with me. If you want to do this, you gotta come through me. I'm sorry. I'm not going no. This is how it is. This, you know. And they don't. They get mad with me. For real, they do. Upset.
Sit up to them. See,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How many men would do that?
But every man ain't gonna do that. They're gonna get tired.
Yeah, if
they
they
get
stand
tired.
up to them, just say, I'm the man regardless of what, stand whatever. Be the man, stand up. Yeah, stand up.
This is the whole point I'm trying to make to you though. It takes a special kind of man to be able to do that.
Well, hold on, that's special then, because they stand up for women. I'm serious about that. If they stand up, let the woman know, but I'm the man regardless of what you say. Then they come to agreement, everything be alright, but that woman is testing him. Yeah, a lot of women test him and see how if they're really a man. And a lot of them get scared. I'm got to run.
Agreed.
Yeah, I got to run. Don't run, stand up to her.
Let me share something with you. I had, it was this lady we deliver mail to. She owns a business. And all the other guys, they, you know, the people who go to, they would deliver the mail. She's really nasty. She really is. The very first day I met the lady, I was delivering her mail, and you gotta come back and pick my mail up. I said, I don't understand why they're doing that. That's a premium service, and you're supposed to pay. You're not supposed to get mail delivery twice in the same day. You're only supposed to get it once, not twice. Whatever mail you had to go out, I take when I come in the morning. But anyway, so I tried to accommodate her. She closed at 5:30. My first day on that route, and I didn't get there in time. She's standing in the window, watching me across the street. I'm trying to hustle, go down the street, then come back up and get to her by 5:30. Rather than her coming to the door and say, Kenny, I have some mail here, could you stop over and get it, or can I bring it across to you, or whatever, she waits till the next day and she starts calling me names. And she calls, you an idiot. You're an idiot. I stood right here and watched you go, and you know I close at 5:30, and I politely told her, and I said it in the same voice that I'm saying to you right now. I said to her, I said, if you think that I'm an idiot, if you think I'm going to stand here and let you call me an idiot, you're an idiot. This is what I said to her.
Things that you is.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that. And you know, I left that route a few days ago. And we got to laughing about that. I said, the very first day I met you, Rita, you called the name was Rita. The very first day I met you, I said, you called me an idiot. She said, yeah, and you called me an idiot back. I said, yeah, because that's what you were. If you thought I was going to stand there and let you call me names. No, she said to me, I respected you for that.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but my point is, because, now look where I come from. Now check me out for a minute, right? Look where I come from. I come from a family where my dad didn't run.
Right.
I come from a family where he stood there and stood up to my mom. I can remember one occasion when my mom needed money to do something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if you remember, Sherry. And my dad didn't have it. And my Uncle Junior gave her the money. You recall? No? Uncle Junior gave her, my Uncle Junior that passed away, gave her the money. And when my dad found out that he had given her the money, he made her give it back. And she cried. But he made her give it back. He told her, if I can't provide it, you don't need it. That's what he told her, right? But this is where I come from. You understand?
Right.
With an individual who's going to stand up like that. And so, it's in me to do that. But you have a lot of guys that they don't have that luxury to have had, if not a father, a grandfather, a mentor, somebody in the household to teach them what manhood really is all about. Manhood is not about black in your eyes. If I had to hit you in your face, if I had to knock you down, that doesn't make me a man. It makes me stronger than you, but it doesn't make me a man. In fact, what it does is makes me less than a man.
That's right.
If I had to put my hands on you in order to get my point across to you. Oh, you said no. I know. I ain't coming near the wolf folks now. There's too many of y'all. No, but you understand my point.
I understand what you're saying.
The manhood is misinterpreted many times because if I have the wrong definition of manhood and I teach that definition to him and he teaches that definition to his kids and they teach that definition to their kids, now we have 4 generations of men who have the wrong definition of what it means to be a man.
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, if I have been taught that being a woman means this, right? And I teach that to my girls, and she teaches that to her girls, then we have a misconception about what it means to be a woman. So now what I have are 2 misguided, 2 misinformed individuals who are now going to come together and try to form a family. Guess what I got? I have a mess. Because now he don't know what it means to be a man. He's black in my eyes. I don't know what it means to be a woman, and I'm threatening to cut his nose off. We're fussing, we're fighting, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And in between, we're bringing children into this mess.
Right.
So now they see this foolishness that we have going on, and what are we doing? We're perpetrating the same thing over and over and over. Generation after generation. Because what we think is 2 halves make a whole, and 2 halves don't make a whole. What we need to do is, we need to take this group and teach them how to be whole, how to become whole. Not healed, whole.
Right.
Then take the group of guys, teach them how to become healed, how to become whole. Whole men, what it is to be a man, this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know? And then bring them together like that. But 2 halves don't make a whole. 2 wholes make a whole.
Right.
Because 2 halves, that's nothing but fragmentation. You got fragments and fragments and fragments. Unless somebody has the ability or unless somebody has been taught. It takes a lot of patience to deal with an individual who's fragmented. Because they don't know that what they do. If I live a dysfunctional life so long, the dysfunctional life becomes functional to me. It seems normal. You follow what I'm saying? If I live like this so long, then that's how life goes. That's what it is. That's the way life is. And the thing is, it's hard for you to show me that I'm wrong, and the only way to get me from understanding or feeling like this is not the way to live, you gotta love me out of that. You can't fuss me out of it. You can't pots and pans on top of my head me out of it. That's not gonna happen. You can't withdraw yourself from me and expect me to come out of it.
Amen.
You have to love me out of it, because it's not withdrawal that never fails. It's not pots and pans on my head that never fails. The Bible says love never fails.
Amen.
Never. So if an individual hasn't taken inventory of the person that he's about to get in a relationship with, and really assessed it and decided that I'm going to love you out of this. I tell you who did exactly that. And I might share the story with you before. I know you all know Joyce Meyer. You've heard of Joyce Meyer? You know, her husband, when he wanted to get married, he prayed and asked God to send him somebody he could help. Because he felt like he had a lot of love to give. And he asked God to send, and he said he had no idea he was going to send him Joyce. Joyce gave him a run for his money. She did. And she will tell you now that she did. How many times she got mad and angry with him when he would try to show her that what she was doing was not right and all that kind of stuff. And she said her biggest issue was her mouth. God had to really tame her mouth. But he loved her through all of that. And she darn near idolizes that man now. Because of the love. But it was love that he loved her right out of all of that. You know, all of that foolishness.
Right.
But Joyce had issues. When she was very, very young, she got involved in a relationship with a guy. She had a baby.
Right.
He took her away from her family and all. They lived in a hotel. And one morning she woke up and he was gone. So she had to fend for herself in a place she didn't know anything about and all. Joyce had a lot of issues, you know.
Joyce Meyer, right?
Joyce Meyer, yeah. But he was able to love her out of it. It's love that never fails. You have to decide. Don't jump ship. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's not. It looked like it is, but when you get over there, it's astroturf.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not greener. It just appears to be.
Right.
You have a gem in what it is that you have. You have a gem in what it is that you have. All you have to do is work at it. And but what the gem has to understand is, she's a lump of coal that really doesn't look like much right now. And the only way that coal becomes a diamond, because coal has the same properties that a diamond has. And it is coal, in fact, that becomes a diamond. But the only thing that causes coal to become a diamond is heat, pressure, and time. So he's going to put a little heat on you, a little pressure. It's going to take a little time, but that's a diamond in the rough. Don't get rid of that. Follow me? That's the way that goes.
I always ask questions later. I'm not done with this.
How much time we have? Oh, we have to 10 o'clock. I'm sorry. So, write your questions down. Ask your questions. I ain't scared of you. I'll take all your questions.
I think they need to stop running. If they stop running, then that'll be different. But they run all the time instead of standing up to their problems. If you keep running from your problem, you're going to put problem here, problem here, problem here. Stand up and fight and let the woman know, yeah, I'm a man, you can't change me.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
She,
like I said, she's texting to see where you're coming from. What kind of man are you? Stop running.
But this is what I'm saying to you. This is the whole question. And I'm gonna come right in your living room. Okay? Who made you judge and jury? Who made you the teacher? Why do you have to test him with anything? That's not your That's not your place. That's not what you need to do. This is what you need to do as a woman of God. If you see that he's not what he ought to be, you don't need to test him to bring him up to anywhere. You need to pray for him.
I do. I pray, yes, for men, period, everybody. But I'm just saying, how come they run? I'm just saying.
They're running from this.
No, I don't talk too much.
Then what they run? You don't talk too much. Wait a minute.
She didn't say that.
She didn't say that.
What I mean, I asked questions. I want to know. I asked questions. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
I asked questions because I want to know. Well, what? Never mind.